Bernie Sanders' campaign manager, Jeff Weaver, last night said that if Sanders, well, yeah, he did the map thing and it was gross, but if Sanders has less of the popular vote and pledged delegates after all the primaries are over, they're still going to try to spend the summer flipping superdelegates, which is basically impossible, and not, uniting behind Hillary and all that. The plan is iffy at best, cringeworthy, as Josh's face illustrated, but the point is, Josh, can you imagine if Hillary Clinton's campaign manager said the same thing? We would be losing our shit today.
Actually, we don't have to, because they said it in 2008. I think before Hillary, yeah, everyone lost their shit. I get that Bernie supporters are young, but this isn't the first time we've had this superdelegate discussion, which I think is also hilarious, because where were all the, Puma people and, the Obama people mad about superdelegates, changing it in the party for this one? Oh, wait, they didn't, because no one cares. But to be honest, it's a terrible strategy, and it makes, and I don't think this is Sanders' fault at all. Sanders is definitely, he has to say that he's going to win. You can't be the candidate and say, you know what, I'm just running to make a point now. I mean, fucking Ron Paul did it, and he looked crazy when he did it. But your staff now, they need to be less committed than you. And I mean, all of Sanders' surrogates are ratcheting up sort of the attacks and sort of the rhetoric and the tone. And I think it absolutely hurts Sanders, because, to be fair, New York election shit show that it was, Hillary Clinton still beat Bernie by, what was it? She got 58%, he got 42%. I mean, that's not just, that's an actual win, I think. There was just more people supporting Hillary there than Bernie. And I think part of the reason was for, people who were already registered Democrats, possibly already on Hillary Clinton's side, was how vitriolic the tone sort of became when Bernie Sanders' introduction to the country was, I'm not going to play this I think she sucks game. I'm going to tell you why my plan is better, and that's what you're going to hear. We've said in the past that he needs to sort of change up how he delivers his message, and he did change up, but instead of his message, he was tearing down Hillary, and I think that worked against him in a state where she was strong. If it was a state where she was already kind of struggling, it maybe would have put him over. Maybe that, sort of pivoting to that early Michigan helped. I don't know, but I think that he's being completely underserved by his surrogates and campaign staff. And that's something that, if he tries to address it, would be like, uh-oh, Sanders campaign shakeup falling apart. But, Peter, if he wants to keep going as he should.
Peter, do you think, obviously a campaign has to make the case to the voters that I'm not out of it, you have to come vote for me, but doesn't the idea that if I get less votes, it was one thing when you were shitting on superdelegates because Hillary might have won just on the strength of superdelegates alone, but doesn't this undermine the entire message when you say that I don't care that not enough people voted for me, I'm going to play the establishment game?
Yeah, no. It was a dumb move on his campaign manager's part. It reeked of desperation. I think a lot of core Sanders people kind of looked at it and said, "Really, dude? That's what you're saying now?" As you guys have pointed out, you got to say something. You got to say, "I'm in it to win it," and the way Kasich still does and things like that. But at the same time, threatening or acting that way, or I'm going to take my ball and go home stuff, it just doesn't work.